the pack, buddy. You hear me doing enough talking. Today we're actually going to do some work. Just went for a little rip in the car. We're going to get the motor pulled out, put it in the middle of the garage there, and start tearing it down, getting ready to build it. It's almost a shame driving this thing. It runs so good the way it is, but when we get done, she's going to run even better. So, like I said, we're going to get to work. So here we're at. We got we got all the wiring harness off, except for a few. These go to the knock sensors. That's no big deal. Pretty much down to the intake. I did take the coil packs off. You can see some of these did not want to let go of the spark plugs in here, but we'll replace those plug wires anyway. So who cares? AC compressor came off. What else? Like I said, we are going to be taking these exhaust manifolds off. Got a broken stud right there, which we got a broken stud on the other side too, so no big deal. Hang on to that. We're going to go ahead and open up this valve cover right here and actually take the first look at the inside of the engine. Oh, need my 8mm. Oh, hang on. Hard to hold the camera and do this at the same time, but we'll get it. Just sit tight. Wow, that seems way tighter than I imagined. This is just a little quarter drive gun, but jeepers, hey. Come on, Bessie. Alright. This could be really bad, this could be really good. You gotta pry the damn thing off. Just about lost her. Yeah, a little sludgy, but not terrible. We can work with that. Got some dirt in there. I should have really vacuumed all this off before I opened it up, but we'll definitely get her cleaned out. So you can see there's 4 bolt heads. Got 10 of them total. Probably some stuff up here. Yeah, probably put this valve cover back on just to keep any more crap from getting down in there. We are going to pull this intake off too. It's worth it. Even after replace some gaskets, we'll pull that intake off here shortly. Probably do the whole fuel system and everything comes right off. Just got all them bolts down in there. We'll take off. We need to get down to these knock sensors to unhook that anyways. And since we're going to be putting a cam in it, I mean, yeah, that's got to come off anyways because we'll pull this top cover off so we can get down to the push rods and lifters and all that. So obviously all this has to come out if we're going to get that cam out. Plus we're probably going to be looking at upgrading springs. May look into some different rockers for it. I don't know how great these are. But anyways, that's where we're at. I'm going to finish getting this intake pulled off and then we'll check back with you. Alright, we got our intake pulled off, which is super simple. 10 bolts, 8mm, and undo that coolant line right there, and that whole intake came right off. The fuel rail and everything already on it, or still on it. So if you've never seen one of these before, these LS motors are kind of famous for this cathedral porting. As you can see, that's kind of the shape it has. Still has gaskets on it, of course, but we got it opened up, kind of looking down into some of the valves. Everything looks really good, except for I got a little dirt in there, so I got to figure out how to get all that crap out of there. See if you can see it. It's not going to focus too well. But anyways, everything looks real good. There was one of them that was open. You can see the cylinder walls. They're still look like they're in good shape. My biggest concern obviously was rust, moisture settling in on those cylinder walls. But I think what actually happened when this truck was wrecked, I think the owner actually rolled it, because the intake and even the intake tubing and the air box have a lot of oil in them, which tells me that maybe the truck was rolled, or it was sitting on its side or upside down, you know, and that oil got up into the intake, which, you know, it's kind of a good thing for us. It's not so good for the driver, but hopefully he's alright. But hopefully, you know, that oil getting up in there kept everything lubed up, having a nice layer of oil on it. If you don't know what these are actually knock sensors that are down in the valley right here. We're going to leave them in there, but we're not going to have them wired up. It looks like one was replaced. That looks like a tape job, where this back sensor right here looks kind of shiny, because what actually happens with these, I've actually had to replace them before on customer vehicles. These plugs don't seal up very well, and you actually get moisture that falls down into these holes, and they can actually fill up with water, and then it rusts that sensor out, and then you start getting knock sensor codes. But like I said, we're going to be pulling the wires and not going to be using those anyways. Probably leave them in there, but yeah, what those do is they detect knock. They're actually like, I don't know, it's a sensor that is reading vibrations and stuff like that in the block itself, and if it detects a knock, it can actually change the timing. So it's kind of a cool feature, but we will not be using it, I don't think. So anyways, I actually got some work done today. I know I like to sit and talk a lot, but we still got some stuff to do. We're going to be taking this front cover off, all these accessories, because we got to get to the cover underneath here, and possibly the one in the back too. I'm not sure what all it takes to get cams in and that, but we are going to, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be putting a bigger cam in this thing, which while it's out, right now is the time to do it. So we got to overlook the budget again and see, make sure we got room. The cam I want is pretty expensive, but I want to go pretty radical with the cam in this thing. But still got a few things to sort out there. But anyways, that's that. We got it tore down pretty good. We're at a good point here. We're going to be starting to order some parts here soon. Once we get some parts in, and we can put them on. Now you might be wondering too, we got the engine sitting here. Well, the old engine's still in the car. I'm not going to pull that out yet, because right now I can still drive it and still play with it. And that engine is for sale, so having it sitting in the vehicle is a good opportunity for me to show anybody that's interested in buying it that it's a good motor. They can hear it run and even take it for a test drive to feel what kind of power it's putting out. So, but as soon as it's sold, probably take a deposit on it, and we'll get that motor yanked out. That'll be another video. But for the meantime, we're going to keep working on this one, getting it ready to go in the car. And if we happen to get this one done before the other one's sold, no big deal. We'll yank that one out. We'll slap this guy in, because I want to get this car going. We got just a couple weeks now before the local track opens, and I want to get out and make some passes. So we'll stay tuned. I think we're going to get the car out today. Maybe go cruise around, tear up some tires. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Alright guys, that's going to be it for now. If you like it, subscribe. We're going to be ordering some parts here soon, so we can start getting that 5.3 put together and get some horsepower. But for now, it's about dinner time. Got some friends and family coming over, so we will be back soon. So dadgummit, stay good. We'll see you later.